I'll be talking about the plot of Perks of Being a Wallflower for the Screencast project, and the title is An Emotional Devastation Story. So, so I'll be talking about exposition, conflict, rising action, climax, resolution, and the ending. So exposition, we see that Charlie has a monologue at the start of the movie talking about his current feelings regarding high school. We see that he is very, very anxious and he's pretty much alone all the time. So during summer, all the people that he's had conversations with were members of his family, and high school is basically a nightmare for him. And he starts counting the remaining days of his whole high school journey. So he's like, there is 1,835 days left, you know, and then he keeps counting like this every time a day goes by. So that shows how much he wants to get out of here. The conflict here is related to Charlie as a person, and less with his surroundings or the story. So it shows that Charlie is very lonely because it is revealed later on in the movie that his best friend committed suicide by gunshot, and in the book, it it starts with this. We already know that his friend shot himself and that he's very alone, but in the movie they decided that they're going to reveal this information much later on, which is much more shocking because then you think about the previous scenes and it hits you a lot more. And he has intense mental breakdowns, so emotional turmoil that is related to past trauma with his Aunt Helen. So rising action. So Charlie meets Sam and Patrick, the most important characters next to Charlie in the movie, and they invite him to his first party, where after the party they're going to become friends, and he's going to learn. He's going to explore confidence, having confidence in himself by Patrick, and feel love by Sam, and he's going to start loving Sam in a very profound and genuine way. But Sam thinks that she's not worth anything, but he wants to prove otherwise with his love. But Sam has her boyfriend, her popular boyfriend. But there's this girl in the group of friends that actually likes Charlie. Her name is Mary Elizabeth, and he says yes just because he feels empathy for her, and he can't say no. So that's another issue with his personality. He can't say no, and that results in breakup, which he does it in a terrible way, which will lead to the climax. So the thing is, Charlie kisses Sam instead of Mary Elizabeth in a Truth or Dare game, and that is how they break up. And eventually, the whole uh, gang will break up too because of him, because people have history with each other, and the fact that he's done that is like he's just steering the pot. So Charlie's gonna have to distance himself from his friends, and people are not gonna want to talk to him anymore. So climax where there's a school fight. Three guys will be beating up Patrick, his friend, and Charlie will take the lead and punch the three guys, and he will stop the fight. And then you realize that Charlie has a heart of gold because he used violence, which he never does, to save his friend. So Sam and Patrick are going to forgive Charlie, and Charlie's going to win back their friendship because Charlie is very sweet, and the fact that he's used violence it means a lot to them. And the second climax, which appears way later on, after the resolution of the first climax, is his mental breakdown related to Aunt Helen, and he's going to realize that he has been abused when he was a child. Stated before, Charlie wins back his friends. His friends move on in life, so they're going to college and everything, so they're moving out of the city, and Charlie's happy, but he's going to be alone. So Charlie, he experienced a heavy mental breakdown, and so his sister calls the police, and he goes to the therapist, and he decides to reveal that he's been abused when he was a child. And as in the ending, Charlie is open socially because now he has nothing buried inside of him, and he goes to the therapist every Thursday at 6, and he's living happy moments with Sam and Patrick again, and he's good.